understand that. Not everybody's going to like to cook. But like I said, it's a skill that you need to know how to do. You don't have to enjoy doing it, but know how to do it. I don't like driving, but I know how to drive. Yeah.
If I'm going to ask her if you know how to cook, I'm asking her if she knows how to take a bit. I wouldn't expect her to do me pizza or something.
Okay.
So if you want to do something extraordinary.
And you take your family out.
Exactly.
Men are cooking better. Are you people not cooking better than us now? Case closed.
They do,
I have
actually.
promised that the person that is coming shall breastfeed the baby.
And you will go to work. And you will go and make it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Amazons.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the Amazons. Today we are talking about the girl child. It used to be that women were born to one day become wives. In the African setting, the girl child was prepared for that future role or was groomed for that future role a day after she's born to become a wife in the future. But being a wife comes with responsibility. Cooking, cleaning the home, looking after the children, looking after the husband, taking care of everybody. But in today's society, that role is being eroded. How much grooming do we give to our girl child these days? How much of that role to become a future wife do we prepare the girl child for? Is the girl child willing to even learn to play the role of being a wife in the future? They say they are more interested in the latest fashion, designer shoes, designer bags, the latest fashion there is out there. They are constantly on the social media looking for what is trending. This is a concern, as this inability to play the role of a wife is fast becoming a challenge for our young girls. And we are discussing that today on the Amazons. I'm Aisha Falude, and Silo Bankole is here, ever radiant and beautiful Silo.
Thank you.
And Omasambua, our beauty queen.
Hi.
You heard what I said. I mean, it is really a source of worry now. A lot of these young girls go into marriages not prepared for it, prepared in the sense that homekeeping has become so difficult for them because they are not prepared for it. Why is that so?
For me, I think you can't give what you don't have. So it starts with how they were groomed as children, prepared for the role ahead, which you rightly mentioned. For instance, I know a lot of people who never, and an interest too, who, for instance, they never ever had an opportunity to be the one to cook in their houses. Their moms never called them into the kitchen when their moms were preparing food. Their moms never insisted on routines, take care of the house. You know, you're a woman, clean this up, do this. Their moms, I know many homes that their moms do those things by themselves. You know, so if you come from such a home where your mom was the one doing that, or you had house helps doing that, you know, it will be difficult for you when you do get married eventually to start doing those things, because it's not something that you have done before in your life.
So is a failure of the upbringing, the training? Are we saying that the mothers have also failed in their duty to raise these children to one day become wives and mothers? Or
yeah, we're talking about family values. I mean, like, I totally agree with the angle of, basically we're saying family values have been eroded. Parents are not paying that much attention to the children we're having these days. I mean, but when we were growing up, it's a must. You must wake up, you had your schedule, you had your roster, you have to sweep, you have to sometimes go and fetch water and stuff like that, you understand? But these days we live in what is called a microwave society.
That's the word.
You know?
Freezer bags.
Freezer bags.
And we see a lot of things on TV which a lot of youngsters forget that it's not reality. it's all a fizzy. Let me use the young language. It's all a fizzy, and a lot of that is now transferred. And another thing is, people just want to get married. I'm 27, I'm 28. The biological clock is ticking. My friends just got married. They're really not ready for what marriage entails.
You should not even be learning how to be a wife. You should be a wife ready to be.
I was a mother at 27.
Exactly. Somewhere, in those days when our mothers were having children, I'm not saying, at 23, at 25, at 24, people are ready to become wives. Today on the Amazons, we are talking about designer wives. Designer wives who know what the latest fashion is, but do not know what the price of tomatoes is in the market. They don't even know how to boil the meat. They don't know how to boil water. Some of them don't even know how to put on the cooking gas.
I wanted to say that.
But they know what the latest shoes, the label is. They know, we call them designer wives. And we'll go on the street now and see what the feeling is out there, if people actually know who these designer wives are, and what we can start to do now, deliberately, that we must prepare our children, our girl child or girl children, for those roles that they are prepared for, to become in the future, after the break.
In academic term and definition, a wife is a female partner in a continuing marital relationship who may also be referred to as a spouse. In Africa and Nigeria in particular, the concept of a wife means much more than that. She is expected to be a daughter, a mother, and a wife, all wrapped in one. But the package is never complete if she is found deficient in performing household chores like cleaning the house and, most importantly, cooking with commendable efficiency. This concept or idea of a good wife in the past had been the model as spinsters held on to them in readiness for marriage, just as the married ones worked extra hard to stay within the classification line of a good wife. The present generation of wives, by their action and behavior, rather suggest a break or rejection of the old order. This repudiation can be seen in the penchant for life on the fast lane, with flamboyance among the current crop of what can be called new generation or designer wives. They are more preoccupied with looking exquisitely gorgeous with designer attires, trinkets, ornaments, trendy hairdos, and perfumes.
I love fashion because it's good to dress nice, to look nice, among others. At least it will even encourage people to work more with you, because seeing your dressing alone make them to admire you.
I love to smell nice, and I love people to appreciate me with the fragrance they perceive in my body.
This class of wives don't bother about cooking or knowing how to do it. They will rather spend the time on the internet browsing through fashion sites to stay bang up to date with the latest trend to follow.
Nowadays, I wonder where our African women did. Because when you see most of them now, you wonder whether they're Tibetans, Indians, Japanese, with the kind of hairstyle when they buy, because they not buy, they buy them. You find our women of those days. Now women, when they be say, show values, because now them be true mothers. Mama go care for Pekin. Mama go share ideals and great ideas with Pekin. But first of all, she go use herself as sample, as example. The modern, so-called modern day, fake modern day women, because they are all fake, believe you me. They don't want to bear their real names, their African names that they shame. They want to bleach, burn their skin, turn themselves to nonsense. Some of them they white overnight. The rest go pretend as if from the house when they come, they know they wash clothes. They ask for washing machine and houseboy, house help, house girl, house this, house that. And they don't get them for them place. That's why I use the word fake. They all learn these things from the internet and from television. They don't want to be realistic. They don't want to really face the facets of what an African woman is supposed to represent.
That is bad for our present Nigerian society now. It's kind of bad because the factors that will cause that, these days now you can easily order food online. You just press and order food, somebody delivers it to your home. But it's kind of bad for the African society because an African man wants his wife to know how to cook, wash. That was what our parents did for our mom did for our dads then. But now you can't find it anymore.
I don't believe that way. But other ladies, they do. They believe once the husband has money, they can go to a restaurant to get food to eat. It's not right. A day will come when the husband will get tired of it, eating outside. And I prefer a lady should know how to cook for her husband so that the husband will not be able to move around to go to other women that knows how to cook and has that wife material. So it is good for we ladies to know how to cook, to be able to do things that men likes, to be able to satisfy our husbands. I guess that's what we need.
The development throws up a number of questions bordering on how the men are reacting and what should be done to correct the attitude.
When you find a woman who's real, sincere, compassionate enough and true, you will know. Not be the ones who they see nowadays. How many of them really, really true? Woman, ask yourself. And look at nowadays, this is how you talk, they make me they laugh because I can't think I'm again. You know, when last did you see an African woman who would accept to date you because she likes you? 99% of them want to date you because of what will come out of your pocket. Then they think of where they go find the next money to buy the next hair. And they forget the essence of this fake hair when they carry. Indian women go cut their hair, take salve their juju, say they remove all their bad luck and all the evil from their head, put them for ground. Oyibo man go carry and wash them, set them well, send and come here. Our women go they knock their ekpe, put for head. How na go normal?
I would like a woman with taste and that has a fashion sense too, but not one that will go way beyond expectation just to get those things. You know, most women now want expensive hair, designer expensive perfumes, you get? But at least you have to cut your coat according to your clothes.
It remains to be seen, however, how this current generation of designer wives will raise daughters who will grow to become